Hi guys, how is everyone? Okay, let's do the intro real quick. Whoops, not that one. I didn't even know you could do that countdown thing. All right, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so I was supposed to, excuse me, I was supposed to go live at 10:45, but there was something else I had to look at with this case. I always start off my live by saying, this isn't going to be a long live. And then the live ends up being like 4 to 5 hours long. But for sure, this isn't going to be a long live because there's just not that much info on this case. So I'm going to do the best I can to give you guys what I can, because this case is very important to me. Like I told you guys before, I do want to start talking about not true crime cases, but the cases that are ignored, that are not talked about that much. And I will continue to do that. So in this case, is really important to me. Another thing I want to tell you guys is the last live that I did, which was the live where Sean's Princess came on panel and things like that. I didn't take that live down from anything that anybody said to me because I don't give a shit. A lot of the things that people were saying was that I was being biased. Most of the comments said that I was being biased for Melissa, which is true. Yes, of course I was being biased towards Melissa. Melissa is my friend. So of course I'm going to be biased, you idiots. But that's not why I took the live down. I've never taken a live down. I didn't delete it. I privated the live. And that's because I was asked to. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And I'm not saying I'm not going to ever put the live back up either. I'm just saying that the negative feedback I do not care about. People you're damned if you do, damned if you don't here on YouTube. But the reason why I took down the live was because I was asked to. And out of respect for that person, I did. However, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to ever put it back up or anything like that. So the people who think that I took the live down because of negative comments, that's not why I took it down. I do not care what you people think. I took it down because I was asked to take it down. So I just wanted to address that because I've never, ever privated a live, you guys. Never. So I wanted to address that because I'm sure that some people may have went back and maybe wanted to watch it or something. And I just wanted to let people know that's why I took it down, because I was asked to. But we're going to get started in a second. Let me say hi to whoever's in here. Brandy, how are you? Hey, Angela. Melissa, Goose, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so like I said, there's very, very little on this case. However, I did have someone reach out to me that said, well, she said that she lives, or her family lives close to where Jelani, may God rest his soul, where his body was found. So I don't know if she's in here. If I see her in here, I will ask her some questions because she did say I could ask her some questions. But let's just get started on this whole case. And like I said, it's not going to be a long case because there's just not much to tell. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of investigation going on with this case. there's no attention to that much attention to this case. I'm going to show you guys a few things. And if you have any questions, let me know. But like I said, there's not much to tell, unfortunately. Hold on, let me come on camera here. I'm good, Brandy. Thank you for asking. It has been a crazy week. It really has been. But I'm praying that it'll be a better week next week or Monday, because I'm ready for this week to be over. Seriously, this week has been insane. Okay. Oh, that light. I got a new light. And it's like really bright. Okay. All right. So I have some notes here. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about Jelani. Jelani was from, I can never say it right. I'm from Illinois. What the hell is the name of that city? Danesville, Illinois. Yeah, Danesville, Illinois. And he was last seen on August 24th of 2021. Yes, that's not where he's from, though. Bloomington is where his apartment complex was at the college that he went to, which was ISU, Trish. But that's not like where he's from originally. He was last seen on August 24th, and his family and him were extremely close. He had 4 other siblings, and his mother is doing and working really, really hard to bring attention to her son's case. There has not been that much coverage. When I went and looked on YouTube, there was probably one big YouTuber that covered it, and she's not really that big. I mean, she's big, but compared to a lot of the others, hopefully Kendall Ray will cover it. Stephanie Harlow will cover it eventually. Hey, Brittany. Yes, it is. I'm going to show you guys one interview. I can hardly watch her interviews, but I will show you guys one. And hopefully those bigger YouTubers will start covering it. But right now, there's only one big YouTuber that has covered it. So it's really not, it hasn't gotten any attention at all. But anyway, he has 4 siblings, and Jelani and his mother were extremely close. They talked on the phone every day, several times throughout the day. Actually, Jelani's mother she used to call him her bill collector, because literally he called that much. Like they talked all the time. They were very, very close. And his family describe him as very energetic, full of life. He was very goal oriented. He was always good at setting goals, smashing and accomplishing his goals. He was very driven, very funny, and he wanted to become a doctor. So he graduated from the Alabama I can never say this right, you guys, Agricultural Mechanical University. Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University at the top of his class. And then after graduating, he continued to get his master's degree in speech pathology, and he enrolled in the Illinois State University. He lived off campus in an apartment complex, which was in Bloomington, Illinois. And that's actually where I'm from, you guys. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. And he only lived 1 hour away from his family. So he used to go visit his family like often. So on Monday, August 23rd, Jelani spoke with his mother. As usual, he speaks to her every single day. And then he went to school. After school, he spoke to, wait a minute. Okay, so after school, he spoke to his mother again. So he spoke to his mother before school, and then he spoke to his mother after school. Like I told you, he spoke with his mother a lot, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? And after he had spoke to his mother, um, he had mentioned to his mother how happy he was, how happy he was to hear his mother's voice, which is so sweet. Obviously, he sounded like he was a mama's boy, which there's nothing wrong with that. My boys are mama's boys. I can honestly say all three of them are. And then after they hung up, Jelani had spoken to one of his siblings. And on this day, the same day, Jelani. Why am I saying Milani? Jelani, he was supposed to speak to one of his professors. So he did speak to one of his professors, and they were supposed to meet actually the following day. First time here, guys. I would love to email you if anything. Thank you, Rachel. Welcome. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. Okay. You guys, I think I need to start typing and because I get confused with all these notes. My notes are so messy out. This is how I was in college too. Horrible at notes. Where'd I leave off at? Okay, so on that same day, the professor did tell the police that she spoke with Jelani through text. Okay, so this day was August 24th. And they had corresponded through text because they were supposed to meet the following day. They were supposed to meet to talk about his work. And, he was an extraordinary, outstanding student. And they were supposed to meet to talk about some work that he was supposed to do. And basically coursework. And this was August 23rd that she talked to him. She was supposed to meet with him on August 24th, okay, which was a Tuesday, August 24th. So the following day, Jelani was seen, which was on a Tuesday at 7:20 a.m. at the ISU Bone Center. So the Illinois State Bone Center. Jelani was really, really dressed up. He had on if you guys seen, the thumbnail, that's what he was dressed up in a suit. He had on a blue jacket, he looked very handsome. He was dressed up. And that was the morning, which was the 24th, that he was supposed to meet his professor. And after the ISU Bone Center, that's when he was supposed to meet his professor right after that. Well, his professor waited for him and he never showed up. So she thought that was weird. So you have to remember, Jelani is an extraordinary, very responsible student. He literally never missed appointments. He took school very seriously. Hey, Rena, how are you, beautiful? He took school very seriously. So when he didn't show up, his professor was concerned. And the name of his professor, her name is Kara Boyster, and she is the director of clinical education. So that was the class that he was in. And I forgot to mention to you guys, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Jelani was studying to be a doctor. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but that was his ultimate goal. He was going to school. He was in graduate school. I should have mentioned that. Sorry, but yeah, he was in graduate school to be a professor or a doctor. So his professor was very concerned because that's not like him. They've had many meetings. He's never missed a meeting. So his professor thought maybe he got tied up with something. So then she waited, and then she didn't hear from him at all. Normally she would get a text or a call or something with him saying, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. She didn't get nothing from him. So the professor actually contacted the ISU police campus officers or whatever and let them know she hadn't heard from him because she was obviously a good professor. to do something like that. She was very concerned, and one of the most reasons why she was concerned is because he didn't show up for class the next day either. So she waited for him to call, text, whatever, when he missed their meeting, and then the following day he didn't show up in class. And that's like, really, when you're in graduate school, anybody who's in graduate school, you really can't miss that much. You just can't. It's you can't miss class. And he never did. Jelani never did. So on Monday morning, August 25th, the police went to Danville. Sorry, I said that wrong. That is where he's from. Danville, Illinois, to talk to Jelani's parents at their home. And Jelani's mother and family, they were confused because they were like, he didn't show up for class. Even they were like, wait a minute. He always showed up for class. He never missed class. So once, obviously, you're going to get a ring, the doorbell rings and they say your son is missing, you're going to panic. So they tried to call him. His siblings tried to call. No answer, no text back or anything like that. So they started to panic, obviously. And then his mother waited for a little bit because she was going out of town the following day. So she was packing for that. And then after she didn't hear from him that night, and I think that the following morning, she ended up going to the police and filing a missing persons report. When the police officer ended up coming to the home again, one of Jelani's brothers, one of his siblings, decided to go to Jelani's apartment with the police officer. So he hopped in the police officer's car and they went to Jelani's home to see if anything was like out of order, if anything was abnormal in the apartment, any kind of clues, anything like that. And they did notice that Jelani's car was not there. So on Thursday, August 26th, they noticed a car. So this was the following day. They didn't find any clues. They did confiscate the car, obviously, and take it and, fully search the car and everything like that. And they didn't see anything in the car. So they noticed that when they found the car, it was at the Illinois Valley YMCA. Okay. Yeah, it was at the Illinois Valley YMCA. And they didn't find anything in the car, you guys, or anything like that. Then the following day, on August 31st, the police found surveillance footage from the Beyond Below Cannabis Dispensary. And that is in Bloomington, Illinois. That's where Jelani lives. And the footage was from August 24th on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. One thing that stood out to the police, and mind you guys, the police are not saying anything really. The one thing that stood out to them is that he had on different clothing. So you have to remember the day that he had on the suit that I was telling you guys about, the blue suit, is that same day that when he was at the ISU Bone Center, he had on a suit. So he had to have changed, went to the dispensary, and that was the last time that Jelani was ever seen. And I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Hey, Jennifer, how are you, sweetie? Oh, I do sometimes, Jennifer. Thank you, beautiful. Well, thank you for being here, Rachel. Okay, so I'm going to pull something up and I'll show you guys. Hold on, because I have to see and make sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay. Wait a minute. I just want to show you guys some footage of him, well, his mother speaking. Okay, I'm going to show you this here first. Why is this not playing?
A tragic update to a mystery out of Illinois. Jelani Day, an Illinois State University grad student, went missing a month ago. He was last seen on campus and at a store in Bloomington. His family has been pleading for weeks for any help to find Jelani. And last night, his body, identified as the one found in a river weeks ago. Jelani was just 25 years old. And joining me now is his mother, Carmen Bolden Day. Thank you so much for being with us. I am so sorry for your loss. How were you told of the news that this body was identified as that of your son? So sorry for your loss.
How were you told of the news? I was called the day before and was told that there were some clothes that were found on the riverbank where the body was found. Today is Friday. Those clothes were found on Tuesday. No, those clothes were found on Wednesday by two bored girls from ISU that decided they would go down to where they found the body. The Peru Police Department called me, sent me pictures of the clothing. At first, I didn't recognize the clothing, but after looking at the picture, last seen when Jelani was at Beyond Hello, the clothes were definitely his. Then, I guess after me being on television and asking for help and pleading for help.
Okay, if you guys see this outfit here, this is the outfit that he had on at the ISU Bone Center. This is what he had on.
The coroner finally called me because I hadn't heard from him nor the Peru police since September 4th. They called me. He had finally gotten dental records that I had given him information to get back on September 6th of my son, and told me he finally obtained dental records September 21st. And he called me. He had such enthusiasm. He said, "Carmen, we've got dental records for your son." And I said, "Well, you had me take a DNA to identify for this body. So don't we wait for the DNA? Because you told me that the DNA was the important part because this body was so decomposed." He said to me, "Do you want to know if this is your son or not?" They were so rude to me. They asked me to come there on Friday, which me and my family did. Then they read us the results. Now, suddenly, after 20-something odd days, they now have the DNA results. They now have the dental. See, I was told over a week ago they didn't have the solution to process the DNA.
Yeah.
I would have to wait longer.
Carmen, just so people know, the body was found this body was found September 4th, and it took them till now. It took them till
September 4th. My son, they discovered his car on September 26th. No, I'm sorry.
August 26th. Yeah.
It was August 26th. I'm sorry. August 26th. I wanted searches done. Prior to me getting to the spot where his car was found, they told me that night, we've already done an extensive search and we've had this search crew come in. It just didn't seem right to me. So Saturday, I had to organize my own search.
Have they told you, and again, the body was found September 4th and it took till now to identify, have they given you any information about an investigation into the cause of death?
No. To them, Jelani didn't mean anything. There's no effort. There's no push. There's no nothing that was being done about my son. I did all that legwork. Me and my kids, me and everybody that never knew Jelani, my family, friends, strangers, did all the legwork.
This is unexcusable. Nobody is ever going to tell me. I'm not saying or trying to minimize other cases. Okay, let's just get that straight right here. I'm not trying to minimize other cases. I'm trying to get you guys to see from the perspective of a lot of cases, especially with people of color, are ignored. And I'm not minimizing, the case with Gabby Petito. My heart and prayers go out to her family. Melissa's covering that case. She's doing a great job. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cases like this who have been ignored. There is no excuse that they found the body on September 4th and she didn't hear about this until weeks later. No, this is unacceptable. And nobody's going to sit here. Don't even try to give me no excuses about, oh my God, well, they take a long time to do this, or it's a small town. Sorry, that's not going to work with me. You might want to tell that to somebody else who is naive enough to listen to that.
My son didn't get any type of help. And I'm pissed.
I can understand.
Because he didn't deserve this. Jelani was going to school. He said, Mama, him and my youngest daughter, they both are going to be doctors. Dr. Jelani Day, Dr. Zayna Day. They have this competition with each other to make sure their GPAs stay up. Both of them are in grad school. My son wasn't involved in the streets. He wasn't a gangbanger. He wasn't nothing. But I guess if that could have been their narrative, then it would have been, oh, let's forget about him. But he was a productive citizen. I raised a good young man. And somebody did this to him. And then they sat there yesterday when they read those results to me and they given me their reports. They implied that Jelani drove himself to Peru, parked his car in this wooded area, walked himself down to this bank and stripped his clothes and got in this water. My son knows how to swim. My son wouldn't have done this. He was not depressed. He wasn't nothing wrong with him.
Carmen,
they about the challenges of his program.
Yeah.
Jelani's been in this chat for 4 years in undergrad. So,
Carmen, keep him
I'm
close.
sorry.
No, we're sorry. We're so sorry for your loss, and we're so sorry for the struggles that you've had over the last month. We want you to keep him close to your heart. Keep his memory alive, and we'll help push for answers here as to what happened to your son, Jelani Day. Again, we are thinking of you.
All right, you guys. I know for some of you guys that might have been hard to see, but reality sucks. The truth hurts, And there are other interviews that she has done. Yeah, delete that comment. Because it is, who is that, Peter Pan? Well, I'll respond to that comment, though. How can I see it? What? My notification's off. Okay, never mind. No, it is Peter Pan. Sorry, the truth hurts. But it's, like I said, in no way am I trying to minimize anyone else's situation or cases or things like that. I'm talking about, missing Indigenous women, people of color. There are a lot of cases that are ignored, especially with people of color. And it sucks, but it is what it is, and it's reality. And I'm not afraid of the truth. Some people are afraid of the truth. Some people don't want to see the truth. I'm not that person. There is no reason that, first of all, the FBI is not involved in this case at all. She tried, Jelani's mother tried to get the FBI involved, and they told her the FBI didn't need to be involved in this case. Unbelievable that anyone can come in here and say anything like that when Teaya is shining a light on the problems in our justice system. We can't change if we don't talk about it. 100%. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brittany. It's not about, listen, if racism could stop, that would be great. That would be wonderful if we all would just love each other and have each other's back. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. And I want to talk about these kinds of things. They're hard to talk about, don't get me wrong. And there's always going to be people that are going to be like, no, no, no. But I disagree. There's always going to be people that finds a reason why it's not about people of color. And then that's reality. But those are the type of people that just make excuses instead of facing the truth. They deflect. No, what about this? What about that? So you're telling me that it's justified. Anything. There's nothing that the police could say to me that could justify them not telling her when they found the body, which was September 4th. She had this interview what is this, on the 20th or something? They didn't tell her until weeks after. Tell me how does that make any sense? What can you tell me to justify that? I would love an answer, because there is no answers. When you find a body, you tell the parents. Period. I know these kinds of things are hard to, talk about, and I know that, but it is what it is. And I'm not afraid to talk about these kinds of things. I'm going to continue to talk about it. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Don't watch when I'm talking about this specific thing. But they basically, yes, they made her wait to know if it was her son, but they should have told her at least the following day. Like, come on. Good to see you, true crime analyst. How are you, sweetie? I don't understand why things are the way that they are, but they're never going to change if we ignore them. I can tell you that right now. Ignoring is not the answer. Talking about it is the answer. And like I said, I hope bigger YouTubers like Kendall Ray and Stephanie Harlow. I love Stephanie Harlow too. Actually, Melissa reminds me of Stephanie Harlow. I know the red hair, but I really think that they have kind of like the same face, kind of. But what do you guys think happened? So basically, ultimately, two girls ran across Jelani's clothes, which was near a lake. Okay. I might have a part 2, because I will get a map and show you. But it was his clothes were found near a lake. So these two specific girls that found these clothes, first when they found them, when they seen them, they just left. They didn't say anything. Then they decided to go back because they're like, what if it's that missing college student? So then they went back and they called the authorities. I find something weird in that all on its own. Like, why, if you've seen clothes at the lake, why wouldn't you call the police immediately? But okay, some people don't think anything of it. But why would you go back and then all of a sudden say, ding, 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 maybe? I don't know. I find that weird. So what do you think happens? So they even give, they were nice enough to give Jelani's mother a theory, that he must have went into the lake and drowned, I guess they're trying to say. Is that what you guys think happened? I want to know you guys' opinions of what you guys think happened. This light, I don't think it's going to work for when I'm on camera. The thing I don't understand is that his body was missing like 10 days. It's not like he was missing for weeks/months, and identifying the body was harder. That part I don't get. I agree, Goose. I 100% agree. Have they not been able to determine a cause of death? Or is that something they aren't even trying to do? That's what I'm saying, Brandy. I don't know. I know that she, his mother was trying to get the FBI involved, but they said it's not necessary to get the FBI involved. The police officers did. Well, obviously it's necessary because you guys are doing a shit job. Sorry, but you are. His mother, Jelani's mother, hired a private investigator. And I'm pretty sure that private investigator has found out a lot more than the police officers did. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't like them. I'm very upset. It's a very upsetting situation, and it's inexcusable. No one is ever going to tell me that race has nothing to do with this. It's not about making things about race. If it's about race, I'll say it's about race. If it's not, then it's not. But in my opinion, which I will show you guys the more cases that I cover, there are so many cases that go notice. So please tell me, how is it that a majority of those cases that go unnoticed, a majority of them are people of color? I'm not saying that people that are white or whatever, some of their cases don't get unnoticed. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the majority are people of color. And it's sad, but nothing is ever going to happen if people don't call these kinds of things out. Now, there are some other YouTubers that have done videos about this. I definitely 100% suggest that you guys go watch. If you guys want me to do a part 2, I will do a part 2. I will give you updates. I will keep you posted on everything that's going on with this case. I just want to say, and I do have her name here. I don't want to keep saying Jelani's mom. I do want to call her by her name. I don't want to get her name wrong. Or did I write down her name? I might not have written down her name. Hold on, I got to find out her name. Because I want to start saying her name. Because she did encourage for people to bring attention to this case. There is a GoFundMe. I will post the GoFundMe on my community tab. So look out for that. I'll post that on my community tab. I could have sworn I wrote down her name. Huh. I guess I took so many notes that I forgot to write down her name. Hold on. Yeah, I'm so glad you're covering this case. Thank you, True Crime Analyst. I appreciate all of you guys being here. It means a lot to me. Yes. Wait, hold on. I missed something that you said, Trish. Yes, we do. We do appreciate your input. I know the area. Sorry if I'm saying too much. I was born and raised in that town. Yes, I definitely will be talking to you, Trish. Absolutely, Brittany. Unless his body was bloated or something like that, I just don't understand. Even so, they would have still been able to tell if it was a black male, similar height, etc. Right, Goose. That's what I'm trying to say. Teaya, I'm proud of you for covering topics that you are passionate about and shining a light on victims that aren't getting attention they deserve. Thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. It really does mean a lot to me. And I know it's not easy to hear about these kinds of things. And, some people don't even believe racism exists. I respect everyone's opinion, but you're not going to sit here and tell me something that I know firsthand just by people that has happened to in my family, people that have been murdered in my family. You're not going to tell me that when it comes to people of color, a lot of these cases are ignored. You're just not going to be able to tell me that. Yes, it is bullshit. True crime analyst. Okay, I want to show you guys one more thing and then I will let you guys go. That's okay, Heather. Does anybody know the times of decomposition in water? Like how many days he would have had to been there? I can find out, Trish. I can definitely find out. Okay. Okay, his mother's name. Let me get his mother's name first. Hold on, let me see something real quick, you guys. Okay, I want to show you guys one more thing before you go. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here and listening to this. It really does mean a lot to me. You got to open your mind a little bit. I know this racism is, a tough subject to talk about, and I don't like to talk about it that much either. I really don't. But it is what it is, Like, I've dealt with racism my whole life, you guys. I just have. You put it in the chat. What chat? Goose, are you talking? You'll have to send it to me. Hi, Tia, sweetheart. Other cases definitely need attention. I haven't heard of this case thing. You're welcome, Rose Gold. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, let me share the screen, and I want to show you something real quick because I'm trying to. Well, I will tell you guys her name eventually, but
let's talk about your pits. Most antiperspirants have ingredients you can't even pronounce.
As you can imagine, the family is absolutely heartbroken. The coroner's office told me a body that they recovered from the Illinois River near Peru, Illinois, is Jelani Day. Now his family is demanding answers about what exactly happened.
oh,
The Danville
thank
native,
you,
Jelani
Goose.
Day,
I appreciate
was a
you.
graduate student at Illinois State University.
Carmen, that's her name. Carmen Bolden Day. Thank you so much for telling me that, Goose. I appreciate you.
Studying speech pathology. His goal was to become a doctor. On August 24th, a professor reported him missing after he didn't show up for a meeting they had scheduled. Bloomington police said his cause of death is unknown at the time, pending further investigation.
We didn't stop investigating it when we found the body, and we're not going to stop until, the case is done. So if we still get tips that come in, Detective Jones will still go through that.
After seeing the resources put into the investigation into Gabby Petito's death, family and community members wanted more work put into solving Day's disappearance. Yesterday, Day's mother, Carmen, told me she was desperate to find her son and get answers about his case.
He's educated.
She's a very beautiful woman, and he's a very handsome guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can hardly talk, but it's very sad. What a handsome, educated, intelligent young man that is gone,
He's a productive citizen. And I can't get nobody to look for my son to provide us with those same resources, with that same help. And that's all I'm asking for.
Investigators discovered a body in the Illinois River near Peru, Illinois on September 4th. But it took until today, through forensic dental identification and DNA testing, for the LaSalle County Coroner's Office to confirm it to be Jelani Day. Day's cousin, Ariel Day, lives in Chicago, and she says he came to visit family and friends in the city just 2 days before he went missing. She says nothing about his disappearance or discovery makes sense.
His dad actually has cancer, and Jelani is the bone marrow match for his dad. He loved his dad.
I didn't know that. That just makes it even more sad. I didn't even know that.
Chicago and visit him at Northwestern Hospital, sit with him, encourage him, pray with him. My message to anyone watching this, if you have loved ones and you have a brother, a nephew, a sister, a daughter, you don't know how this feels, but you could only imagine. If you see Jelani, if you hear any news, if anyone comes to you with any type of lead, call the police immediately.
A somber day for the family, especially his mother, who had dedicated the last 30 days to finding her beloved son.
I love you so very much, and I miss you.
This was prior to them finding the body, you guys. So her name is Carmen. I will start referring to her as Carmen. Thank you so much, Rose Gold. I appreciate you so much, beautiful. That means so much to me. Thank you. Hey, Buttercup. So, okay, so this was before the body was found. There was something else I wanted you guys to see, but I'll show it on part 2 because I don't want to show too much because this woman is out there and she is, she's going hard, which any mother would for her son. She's going hard. She's talking to lots of reporters and things like that. But obviously when she's talking, it's heartbreaking, and I don't want you guys to see too much at a time because it's heartbreaking. It could literally just make you want to go in the room, shut the door, and not look at anybody. So I don't want to do that to you guys. Yes, I don't listen. This is overall in general, Heather. There are cases that get more attention than others. And I'm not trying to minimize, like I said in the beginning, I'm not trying to minimize the cases that get the attention. I am very, very interested, and I wasn't until I started watching Melissa. I'm very interested in the Gabby Petito case. I've been following the case. I haven't been able to be there with Melissa during the day, but I do watch. I do keep up with what she's saying because it is very like, oh my God, like what happened? Where is this guy? I get it. But when it comes to cases like this, they are ignored. They are neglected. They don't put as much resources into cases with people of color or I always say it wrong. Ambiguous. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. They don't pay that much attention to those kind of cases. They don't use as much resources on those kind of cases, and it's sad. And it takes people like me and other YouTubers. I'm not a big YouTuber by any means, but I can still use my platform for the greater good, for the people that do watch me, and do the best I can to spread awareness about this. And I encourage you guys all to do the same. There's no reasons, to be honest, why the FBI is not involved in this case, because the police are not doing their job. It should not take that long for them to identify a body, you guys. I don't care how decomposed the body could not have been that decomposed to a point where they had to make her wait for that long. That's ridiculous. Oh, is that why he was at the book? That, you know what? That is probably why, Angela. Good catch. That's probably why he was there. Oh, that's so sad. Breaks my heart. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't remember. Do you guys think that he self-harmed himself? Or do you think exactly, allegedly, Brittany, they really did. They're treating her hateful. They're not treating her like a mother who just lost her child. Do you want to see the body or not? Like, that's just wrong on so many levels. And there is no reason for this woman to get on camera and lie. She's going hard for her son. She's going hard to get justice for her son. So do you guys think, it is sad, Teaya, you are definitely spreading awareness, even if only one person has reached love. Thank you so much, Rose Gold. That's what I'm trying to do. Even if one of you guys share it with somebody, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' input. I appreciate you guys just giving me your input about it, So put a 1 if you guys think that he was murdered, or put a 2 if you think he self-harmed himself. And then we'll end it there, and then we'll talk about this again with any new information that I find. So if his body was found by a river, I guess this is what the police officers are saying. Or put a 3 if you think you're not sure. Maybe you think he could have. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to sit here and talk about really any theories. The only reason why I brought up this specific theory is because that is what the mother mentioned in the interview. But there's always that chance, right? Right. 3, we need to deep dive. I agree. I need to know more. Did he have a girlfriend? I have a lot of questions. I want answers. Did he have a girlfriend? Did he have a lot of friends? Did he party a lot? Did he smoke a lot of dispensary cannabis? Did he smoke a lot of, I don't know. Or maybe he was getting that for his dad because his dad has bone cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. There's a lot of questions that I have. In cold water, the skin will absorb water, peel away from the underlying tissues in about a week, and fish and crabs and sea lice will nibble away at the flesh. We're going to dive deeper into that too, Menu Frog. And that he was submerged. Yes, I didn't know that he was submerged either. There's a lot in his private life that we'll need to dig into to get a better picture. That's what I'm saying. And what about the police? Why aren't they digging into his private life? I mean, that's really how you're going to find out. There could have been people that were jealous of him. He could, you know, there's so much. There's so much. Yes, he was going to be a doctor, a speech pathologist. He was in graduate school. A handsome young man. My heart breaks. All of the things that he could have offered in this world. And now he's gone, you know? Was he out drinking the night before? Exactly. We don't know any of that stuff. So I agree. Number 3, we need to deep dive because there are, I feel like the people who suffer the most are the most silent. The people that smile the brightest are the best at hiding things. And I'm not saying for 1 second that that's what he did. However, you know, graduate school is stressful. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to dive deeper in this case before we can even really, you can't even really say, you know, because we don't know anything. That's what I was telling you guys prior to even talking about this case. There's only so much I can tell you because there's not much out there. You know, there's not enough investigation. This mother had to hire a private investigator. So hopefully she keeps us posted. If there's any kind of like places that I can lead you guys to, I will put them all in the description below. I promise. Like anything that I see that I'm just like, maybe I want everybody to look at this, because I'm sure his mother is going to keep everyone updated. So who was his peer group? I'm not sure, Menu Frog. The fact that he was found by a river leads me to wonder if he fell. I know, the smiley face killer. And the smiley face killer, you guys, the smiley face killer, okay? I don't want to say too much about this because I don't want to go too far into theories or anything when I don't even know anything. But the smiley face killer has definitely killed college students. Male college students. So you never know. That was a good one, Nicole Morgan. But he was going to be a donor for his dad. He wouldn't harm himself. I don't think he would. I just don't. I don't. Good point. He falls within the age range also. Exactly. He falls in that age range, and the smiley face killer always, he goes for male college students. Oh yeah. We're going to have some interesting things to say with this one. It's just a theory. Yeah. But you just never know. You never know. His clothes were found by the lake. They weren't found in his car. When they searched his car, nothing was found in his car. The one thing that I will show you, and I'll show you guys on part 2, when he was in the dispensary, the cannabis dispensary, His clothes were changed. Like I told you, the same day he was dressed up, he was at the bone center. He left the bone center, and obviously he went to the dispensary. On surveillance camera, for some reason, when he parked at that dispensary, he parked all the way in the back. And the dispensary is huge. In the parking lot, he parked all the way in the back. And another thing on the surveillance camera, he kept looking at the surveillance camera, almost as if he wanted himself to be seen. We will go into that on part 2, but when he was looking at the surveillance camera, he just kept looking up at it like he's seen it, and he wanted to make sure that it could see him. Does that sound, am I explaining it right? Thank you, Nicole. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, like he's seen it and he just kept looking up. So, thank you so much, Nicole. Accident? I don't know. I missed something here. Oh yeah. Okay. So I want to show you guys one more thing. God, I'm not used to going live this early. It feels weird. Like I'm used to going, what time is it? It's only 12:10. We're usually on here till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yes, I will show you guys the surveillance footage when we do part 2. I'll do part 2 in the next couple of days, or if there's more information out. Hi, Callie. And I'll show you guys the surveillance footage, and we'll go into that. But I'm very glad that you guys care and you're interested in hearing more about this case. That makes me really happy because most people don't care, and that's the problem. So I took my kids fishing there all the time. When I was I was born in Chicago, but my mom left there when I was like 2 or 3, and then we moved here where I live now, in Ohio, because it was starting to get really bad in Chicago. So my mom didn't want that. She just didn't want to live there as a single mother. But so I really don't remember Chicago that much, but I know it's huge, and there's good places and there's bad places, just like every city, every town, whatever. Tubing in that river. Maybe he went to go swimming in the river, and the river always has horrible currents. Maybe. I just feel like there's really no place to even be able to try to look at it in any aspect. I think we need to dive deeper into it, like Melissa said. So we will dive deeper into it. And we'll talk about this again, you guys. I appreciate you guys. He was 25, Rose Gold. He was 25. I don't know if somebody answered that for you. Sorry, I missed that question. But yes, he was 25, and he was announced missing on August 25th, which is crazy how numbers work. I'm more interested on why his wallet was found in the next small town over. Yes, we will go into that in part 2, because I think somebody was found with his wallet. I can't remember that part, but somebody's seen his wallet. Either they left it there or they picked it up. No, he wasn't tubing. I think she said that he was, that she used to go tubing in the same river that Jelani was found. He could have went swimming, maybe. Thank you so much for being here, True Crime Analyst. I appreciate you so much. Love you, and you have an amazing night. So I want to show you guys something before we wrap this up, but we will do a part 2. If there's anything that you guys see or look for in this case, feel free to email me or message me on Facebook, or, whatever. I'm always willing to hear anything that you guys have to say. So I did a makeup haul again, and I want to show you guys something that I feel like for people who don't want to wear lashes. So this mascara right here is called MAC Magic Extension 5mm Fiber Mascara. Ditch your false lashes. 90% said lashes achieved over the top exaggerated volume. 94% said lashes look longer, fuller, and lifted. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys that I recommend this mascara if you do not want to wear lashes. This mascara is absolutely amazing. Some people don't like lashes. And the reason why I know, I have long bottom lashes, but this mascara is bomb. So if you are looking for some lashes, or if you don't like to wear false lashes, for me, I like to wear false lashes because it only takes a second. Literally all I do is pop them on. But some people they don't like them, and that's okay. You have to get this stuff. It's really, really black, and it is literally one of the best mascaras I've ever used. It's called MAC Magic Extension 5mm Fiber Mascara. It's one of the best mascaras I've ever used. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Okay, I need that now. False lashes terrify me. Yes. If you like to build up your lashes and you don't like to wear false lashes, or maybe you just only like to wear false lashes on special occasions or something, you need to try this mascara. Like, I used it. Well, I did this makeup haul yesterday. I used it and I'm obsessed with it. So I wanted to tell you guys that. And another thing, well, I got these palettes. This is from BH Cosmetics, and this is the Puerto Rico palette. And it's really pretty. I like warm tones, if you can tell. And I also got this one by BH Cosmetics, and this is Low Key Love You, like that. That's how it looks. And then another thing I got that I recommend if you want to splurge, this Magic Touch concealer by Anastasia is really, really good. I don't necessarily like I need to get a different shade, but this is a really good concealer. And then I got Lily lashes. They're not in here because I have them on, but they're okay. I don't personally think that they're worth how much they are. And I also got the Tarte mascara. The price range with this, I'm going to go ahead and probably assume it's 20, maybe a little bit over 20, because it's new and it's MAC, and MAC is more like high end. But it's worth it. Like, I wouldn't tell you guys to get it if I didn't think it was worth it. It's definitely worth it. If you don't like false lashes, I recommend this mascara, because if you don't like false lashes, then you don't like too much drama. And this mascara gives you that ability to build them up, and it's not too like intense, you know? You don't have to keep building them up. Literally, I promise you guys, you will love this mascara. It might be a little bit over 20 plus tax, Brittany, but it's a good mascara and it's worth it. SPF. Clinique, Angela. I would definitely go with Clinique. What is that one? if this has SPF in it, though. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I don't think this has SPF. So I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that for you because it's good to have a foundation with SPF in it. But I just put SPF on prior to, you know, I just put SPF on prior to putting foundation on. So, yeah, it's not a bad price. I'm just saying, if you just go out and get it, I promise you guys, you'll thank me later. You're going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much, Teaya, for that mascara you recommended. It's bomb. Just try it. And you don't have to get the big tube. Just get the small tube if you want to just try it. I can't wear mascara when I wear my glasses. My lashes hit the lenses. Well, I know that when I wear sunglasses, and I know that has to be annoying, but I'm used to it when I wear sunglasses because my eyelashes, period, when I put my lashes on and I put my sunglasses on, they're just like that. Clinique is seriously the absolute best foundation that I have ever used. I like it. I like Fenty better, but I do like this, the Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I agree. It's a really good foundation, but I think Fenty's better. There's nothing more full coverage than Fenty. I promise you guys that foundation will last me a lifetime because you literally only need 2 drops and it spreads all over your face. That foundation is amazing. I'm obsessed with it. So if you've never tried Fenty before, allegedly with Brittany, try it. Pure Cosmetics just sent me the fiber lashes. They are amazing. I'll have to try that one too. I like trying mascaras. I just look. Okay, so it's $24.99, Trish said. Yes, I love this. I used the smaller one. But yes, definitely try that. And Urban Decay, I haven't tried Urban Decay. I have to try that. I don't know why, but I don't get much from Urban Decay. I think they're way overpriced. I have a few palettes from them, but I don't get much from them. I got a concealer from Urban Decay before and I took it back. I just didn't like it. But I love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you to my amazing mods. I genuinely appreciate you guys. I absolutely love all of you guys for being here, showing interest in this case. I can't wait to deep dive this case with you guys because it's really important to me. And I hope that it'll be important to you guys too. And like I said, if you do find any information, you can send me an email. You can message me on Facebook. I'm always ready and open to talk to any of you guys. I love you guys so much. And if you guys didn't hear in the beginning, I will say it again. I removed the live that I did. Some of you guys missed it. I removed the live that I did, privated the live that I did with Sean's Princess because I was asked to. Not saying I'll never put it back up, but it wasn't because of what other stupid people are saying. I don't care what people say. I took it down because I was asked to, and out of respect, I did. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. Absolutely, you can say something, Nicole. I love you too, allegedly, Brittany. Thank you for being so amazing and amazing mod. What do you have to say, Nicole? I'll give you time to say it. I've been addicted to these beauty boxes lately. They said all sorts of goodies. I will definitely, I can't do it. You see, if I do beauty boxes, what's going to happen is it's going to feed my addiction and make me want to buy more makeup. And I don't need to buy more makeup, if that makes any sense. Some people, that works for them. It's not going to work for me because if I get any kind of beauty boxes or BoxyCharm, then all that makeup's going to come. And then I'm going to say, oh, I got to go get a refill of this. I got to go. No. I can't do it. I can't feed more to my addiction. I cannot do it. I'm addicted to makeup enough as it is. I want you to know what a beautiful soul you are and how your lives bring a genuine smile to my face. Oh, thank you, Nicole. That is so sweet. And I thank you for being here. I thank you so much for being here. I know that you've went through a lot, and my heart goes out to you. I'm glad that you are finding yourself in better places. I always see you in Alyssa's chat, and you are always welcome to here. We all love you, so we adore you. I think you're an amazing person. So I really, really love all of you guys. You guys always make my day. So thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to deep dive into this case and try to do the best we can to bring awareness about this case. I want to say to Carmen Day, my heart and prayers goes out to your family. You will be in my prayers. I can't imagine what you're going through right now. I can't imagine it. I don't want to imagine it, but I am empathetic, and I pray that you get the justice you deserve, that Jelani gets the justice he deserves, and you get the justice you deserve for your son. Obviously, you had an extraordinary, amazing son, and my heart goes out to you. He definitely didn't deserve what happened to him. And I'm sorry that there's not a lot of awareness on your case, and I'm not a big platform, but I'll do the best that I can to spread as much awareness as I can. And you're in my prayers. You and your family are in my prayers. So I just want to say that. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow or the next day for the Disney video. Okay? I love you guys so much, and you guys have an amazing night. Love you, mods. Love you guys. Bye.